You two absolutely disgust me. And welcome to the Glacially Musical Podcast. It is beer, metal, and swearing a ghost cult joint. Of course, I am joined by the sweetest man I know, Keefy Custard, and the man that just loves abuse or hates me or is my own Jacob Marley. Don, all hands on deck. How we doing today, fellas?
Not bad.
Not bad. But Jacob Marley, wouldn't that be Roy Thomas Baker? I lost. I can't find Roy right now.
Okay, I'm not upset about that. If we can have a week without Roy, without excluding Don, that would be awesome. So, as you know, this is a Ghost Cult Joint podcast because we have the Ghost Cult, we have the Don Cult. It's not actually a thing. But as we do a greeting, a beer check, vinyl check, news check, shirt of the day, meat of the episode. Meat of the episode today is Heart Magazine. So just, if you don't want to hear us tittering along like little teenagers, skip ahead a minute. But
You said tit.
I said titter.
I know.
I said titter.
It's tit with an ER.
It's like a titmouse, minus the mouse.
My favorite mouse.
This weekend I was in Minnesota, and I did some beer tourism on the way home, so I brought back some Chicago beer. This is Revolution Brewing Anti-Hero. Glass is too shiny, but this is a biggin. It is a wonderful IPA. Had it for the first time when I saw the Rolling Stones in Chicago last year. And the finger fudge pour. And I've also got some other beers that I'm probably going to bust out because this is probably going to go long because we always do. What you got, Tom?
Man, I am rocking. I've got to burn the midnight oil tonight, so I am rocking a Lemmy tonight. Jack and Coke.
Put down your ramen, sir.
Then I put a little too much Jack in there, but is there such a thing?
No, actually, yes, because Jack is disgusting. Although I discovered that there's a Chinese place by my office that sells ramen now.
Why would you buy ramen from a restaurant when you can just buy it from the store and add water?
Tell me you've never gone to a restaurant and gotten ramen without telling me you've never gone to a restaurant without getting ramen. If you haven't
never gone to a restaurant and got ramen.
I know, obviously, because you've clearly never had miso butter ramen or a delicious spicy beef.
I'm guessing South Carolina is low on ramen places.
Well, St. Louis is low on ramen places too. Every ramen place we have is it's pork ramen.
Well,
in Atlanta, there was no shortage of pho.
Oh, I was about to ask you about pho, and hopefully you had discovered the wonders of pho. And we have a cat check. Go ahead, Nick.
That was amazing.
Gigi has come to visit.
All right.
Gigi, what you drinking? What you drinking, Kiwi?
I have 40 liquid deaths saved up in my cabinet and fridge because I've been running around San Francisco trying to buy the last of these before they're gone. So cheers, Gigi. Can you do the cat and beer check at the same time? No, we can't.
Cheers, Gigi.
Oh, yeah. So while in Minnesota, a little personal news, we went to Mill City Sound Records. I am not ashamed to say that we way overspent to the tune, because it wasn't like when we went to Chicago last year and there was a record like fair, so we didn't know how much we spent because we spent $50 like 8 times. And then we went somewhere else the next day. This was all in one store. So when they announced how much we had spent, we all just went.
Just hit you like a ton of bricks, didn't it?
Yeah, wife's like, well, here's the Amex. She's like, please 200, please 200. It wasn't 200. It was way more.
Ouch.
I was going to do a trauma dump. We spent so much, but I've decided that I'm just going to trickle truth it because what I've been doing is mixing up my vinyl checks. So that way I'm not checking all my bargain bins at one time. So let's see if I have a bargain bin check today. First off, I have a bargain bin check.
First off, Nick is edging all of us. How much did you spend? You can't tell us. No. You spent so much. I don't know. I can't believe it. Please be under 200. And then you don't tell us what it is.
$1.
It was under 4.
Fudge. Three of you.
And you're not a whole lot under 4.
Oh my God.
No, that's. I mean, that's.
Well, I mean,
two-income family saving up on a vacation, you can do that.
Well, we were on a vacation.
You don't go to amusement parks. You don't go to Europe. You just buy records, so that's okay.
In fairness, my wife did buy 7 like Fleet or REO Speedwagon records.
What the fuck? Why?
Okay,
Why'd you let her?
She cannot say anything to you.
She's your best friend. Why did you let her do this?
Because when she buys records,
they have one record worth having.
They have one.
It.
I probably got it this weekend. And
for
a
the
live
third
record.
time, right?
And High Infidelity. We did get High Infidelity, that's for sure. Isn't that their hit? I mean, I don't know.
That is a terrible band name. I mean, terrible album name, but a great band name.
All right. So my first check of the week is Elton John, Breaking Hearts. Look at that sassy man. This is Elton John when he didn't know whom he was. This one was a paltry $3 acquired at Record Space. It's in all the inners and outers. We got a nice little inner sleeve that is no longer used. I don't think anybody needs to read the Elton John lyrics while they're listening to it, because Elton John enunciates quite well, if you ask me. Speaking of...
I mean, he only has like the best lyricist of all time working with him, Bernie Taupin. So yeah, you do kind of want to read the lyrics. Although I think if that's the 80s, Bernie and him had split.
What I'm saying is you can
Yeah.
understand the lyrics, so you don't need to read them. Now, speaking of bands where you can't understand the lyrics, Deicide, Scars of the Crucifix.
Insalubrious to the incantations.
You know what? He might just be saying watermelon cantaloupe on this whole fucking record.
Probably is.
And I would never know. It just... That's all it is, and it's awesome.
I always just assume they're saying mom. Mom.
Here's a look at the cover. As you can see,
So blasphemous.
trying so hard for blasphemy, and all they did was create like an accurate portrayal of what Jesus probably looked like. Which I guess, though, to the Catholic Church, that's pretty blasphemous. And to the Baptists, that's super blasphemy. You know why. If you know, you know. And, yeah, you know, we got Jeebus on the cover, on the back cover, and all the business. And we got a nice little inner sleeve. This one, I think I got for about $20. It wasn't much. And I'm going to say right now, this week... Oh! Sorry. Look at that. It is a nice little opaque, translucent, cloudy, but it's cloudy with a single color.
Yeah, Earache continues to do phenomenal vinyl stuff.
It looked like a giant.
I assume that's a repress, and that's why it's that color. It's not.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Looks like a giant God wafer. You know, like the things that you got at communion.
Communion wafer. I don't believe I'm ever going to have a Deicide original pressing.
You could probably have a Paradise Lost original pressing.
Sorry about that. I did some bumpies.
About 9,000 of them done. 9,000 in the 90s.
It's like, I put out 32
Go ahead,
records
Don.
in 95. All right, let's see what I got. Well, first off, I got so Boom Boom's record should be getting to him. See, I thought it would get to you today, but did you not get it today?
Nothing was handed to me. What I was
Okay.
trying to say earlier was I'm trying to not step on Don's toes this week, because Don is one of our official co-hosts now, so I shouldn't, step on him and piss in his face and call it ice cream. So we have a buzzer system set up this week. Hopefully it'll actually get used.
But I like ice cream.
Anyway. Piss and fly flavored?
Is there any other?
Dude, this tastes like piss and flies.
From Nick Boom Boom, we did a cool little trade, and I got this Lady in Gold by Blues Pills, which is the last great album Blues Pills made. And a really great. I love this, how it just screams 1968, like just everything about it. It's a fantastic album. It sounds fantastic, by the way, like really, really good.
I bought that new, and I believe I only listened to it maybe 5 times.
This was one of my top albums of the year that it came out.
It's a very good album. It just got onto my I can get rid of this list pretty quickly, which is unfortunate. We all have that list.
Oh yeah, mine just keeps growing. But So I was actually in the mountains this weekend at and what was the name of it? Morganton, North Carolina. And we were staying with some friends at their lake house, and there was a cool little thrift store down the road from them. And went out, and they had like a small little crate of records, and I picked up a couple of really great ones, and I did not break the bank at all. OG pressing of Worldwide Live
At a thrift shop?
at a thrift shop.
That's in great shape too.
Scorpions.
$10.
$10.
The
That's not bad.
Scorpions.
I don't see like any
California.
no seam splits, no ring wear. That
Dude,
cover's in
look
great
at this.
shape.
Like no seam split. I mean, it literally, and the guy who was running the shop, these were all from like his collection. And he was just like, my wife's making me get rid of them because we're about to retire and go into a smaller place. I'm whittling down all my records and I don't listen to metal, so I'm getting rid of them. I was like, well, call me when you get rid of the others. And then I got this sweet 2016 repressing.
Is that the mono?
It is. And it is absolutely no. This is the stereo. But it sounds absolutely fantastic. I had a beat up copy of this though, and I'm so used to hearing all the crackle and pops and stuff that like you associate it with certain songs at times. And so it sounds too clean for me, but I love it. So all of this was he was asking 25, I got 22. So
Keefy, what pressing of that record? He didn't say that. Saucer Full of Secrets.
Saucer
by
Full
Pink
of Secrets.
Floyd.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, Saucer
Keefy,
Full of Secrets.
which pressing of Saucer do you have?
I think I have like a repress from their major repress era. By the way, I guess no one heard it because no one commented, so I'll just assume it did not work. But let's see if we try one more time. How much was that again, Don?
$1. Are you failing over there, Keith?
Yeah, it's a big fail. It's not.
Are you trying the buzzer?
I was trying to cash register from the buzzer list, but okay, never mind.
Oh, we need the cash register working for sure.
My copy of Saucer Full of Secrets is from the A Nice Pair repress from like 1972.
It was a joke. A nice pair.
A nice pair. Let me guess. Was it from Japan?
No. I did once come across a Japanese pressing of that repress, though.
Don, that would be a tiny pair, and that's disrespectful, at least, if not worse.
There are two.
Oh,
I'm just going to ignore that one.
that was great.
There were two. There are two tiny pairs on the album that you can see.
Noted.
That's
Is that it for you?
terrible.
Is that it for you, Donald?
Yeah, that's all I got, and I'm standing by it. So that's it.
That's your story?
$32, man. 32.
No, that's not too bad, man. That's not too
Not
bad.
too bad. Not too bad.
So I have something old and something new. Nobody's getting married. Something borrowed and something blue, but no one's getting married. 2 checks today. We'll do the classic one first. There should be no stoner band before the band Kyuss and this album. Welcome to Sky Valley. People have stolen this song, defaced this song. This sign is real in the desert, Palm Desert. I hope to someday go visit it, even though the idea of being in the desert sucks. This is a recent repress. These are my 24 checks. I think this came out in 22 or 23. I got this at the Cave in Sacramento, California. The Cave sells records and stuff, assorted things that Keefy likes. Hype sticker on. It's in the plain black, but what I do like about this is it's got the original front cover, the classic. Back cover, okay, cool. But what I like about it is it's the plain old black vinyl, but it's got the classic Electra label. So I know
Nice.
Nicholas is going to get a hard on right now.
My
hardest
pants are very tight.
I haven't
Old
seen
school.
that label in forever.
Same,
Right,
guys,
right now
same.
I'm looking like Jay Muse at movies and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Oh,
I just filled the cup.
Did
So-
you get free refills with that?
Yeah, Kyuss. There'll be a news check related to Kyuss that I'm sure at least Don knows about. But if you don't have this record in your collection and you love stoner rock, are you even alive or high? So you need Kyuss in your life.
In my opinion, in my example, apparently no and no.
Yeah.
Do you even toke, bro?
Yeah, you don't.
No, I don't.
Somewhere Richie from Gravehuffer is frowning on you. But anyway, every band Nick likes in the genre is inspired by that record for sure. Excuse me. So continuing on. Oh, by the way, the reason there were ramen jokes at the top of the episode is I realized I didn't eat much today, so I was eating a cup of spicy miso ramen from Trader Joe's in the background while Nick was doing the intro. But anyway, just for context for you listeners and not watchers,
You should be watching.
And then this is a record from 22. This band is about to put out a new record, and I got this in 24 at a show. So that was $22 at the Cave. This was 25 at a show for the fancy color vinyl. This is the Callous Daoboys. I kind of hate this band because it makes me think of the Dallas Cowboys. Celebrity Therapist. This is on Monarch Heavy, genty progressive metal by weirdos, right? And super cool. Very cool. Already in the mylar, been played. Thankfully not the double gatefold. Here's the front cover. No band name on it, no nothing. It comes with a paper insert, which the vinyl was in, a bunch of thank yous, some photos, another strange, I don't know what this is, artwork. And then the vinyl, though, once again, we need the vinyl expert of the Glacially Musical Podcast is Nick Boom Boom Cameron. Nick, what kind of arrangement would you say this is? This is a multicolor vinyl variant. I don't know if you can see it too well. It's very bright in here today.
Backwoods, South Carolina.
Okay.
And South Carolina.
Darker on the back, kind of maybe even inverted. I'm not sure.
I would call that what is that? That is clouds.
It's a weird mergey.
I've got one that's I got a few that are like that. The Clouds to Satanics put out a couple albums but when they did it, both sides are wholly different, like different colors even. Throssenblatt put out one where the first disc of the deluxe set is like that. It's different colors on each side, different. It's the same colors, but it's a different pattern. I love those that are asymmetrical. I don't know that there's a good name for it though. Sorry.
Fair enough. Big fan of the Throssenblatt. I once had a Throssen hat, and maybe you have a Throssen cat. I don't know.
They're what was it, Nova Scotia Man or something?
Yeah. They are
it was New Brunswick Forest was the album.
Part of the remnants of Woods of Ypres. Rest in peace, David Gold. Another band we probably should do a 2026 series on.
I was given Throssenblatt 3, the deluxe edition, on vinyl for a vinyl review many years ago.
Nice work. That is my vinyl check. On to the news, Nicholas.
I don't really have any news to speak of this week, so I'm going to announce next week's Chaser. Next week we are doing Pink Floyd live at Pompeii. Picked up my copy in Minnesota last week, so I've got mine. Keefy has ordered his. Maybe we'll let Don show up. Maybe we won't.
I've ordered mine from Amazon already.
All right, okay.
Mine is in the locker downstairs. I haven't collected it yet.
I cleaned mine and sleeved it this evening.
I'm in my pajamas still. I had therapy this morning. I had a band interview at noon, and I've been doing stuff off and on. And I had a micro nap.
Ramen.
I have ramen and pooped. Nick has not pooped. Nick needs to.
I've pooped. Have
you pooped already, Nick? Did you finally poop?
Nick, do you take probiotics? Because you probably need to, bro.
No, I just eat a lot of fiber.
That's bad.
No, you should take a daily probiotic. You're at that age, man. Did the X-Lax work? Did you take the chocolate stuff or no?
No, I didn't do any of that. It was a joke. That was private stuff. Thank you for embarrassing me publicly.
You can't be. Poop is my favorite subject.
Dude, are you kidding? I hadn't shit for 2 days, and then this morning.
My favorite crayon.
The Christmas poo.
So, also, I want to.
Brown, it comes from you.
Okay, you guys shut the hell up for a minute. I want to give a thanks to my friend Joe. I met my friend Joe in Minnesota. We are online friends, and now we've met each other in real life. He said, I'm going to bring you a present. And I'm like, no, you don't have to do that, but definitely totally do that. So he asked me what it would take to get Saigon Kick on the Department of Metal Antiquities with Duncan. And jokingly, I said, you got to give me one of their records. And he's like, okay. So he handed me a stack of albums. And 3 of them were Saigon Kick. And Don is so angry and so jealous that when...
You don't deserve it. It should be mine.
So
I
I
yield.
couldn't decide which one to do on the DMA, which I have figured this out. So we're going to do a Saigon Kick series sometime this summer. Might be short. And I am going to do that series in the nude, sweaty, with the records balancing on my wang doodle, just to piss off Don.
Don and I will harmonize and sing "Love Is on the Way." How does that sound?
I would
I
still
don't know
fuck
what
those
that
records.
is. Is that Saigon Kick?
Oh my God, Nick, put those
that the
fucking
one-
things in a box right now. Send
Send
them to
them to
me and
Don.
fuck yourself, dude. Seriously.
Is
Don't
that the
fuck
one
the
with
records. Fuck the box.
Like go fuck your
my
wife's
dick in a
stack of
box.
REO Speedwagon albums and send me the Saigon Kick albums.
Is that the one? Is that the one with the flame?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Like in puffy shirts, playing acoustically.
What is he talking about, Keith?
One dude has a big lighter.
I feel like he's thinking of Nelson or
No, not
Extreme.
Nelson. Not Nelson.
Extreme.
Extreme?
Is it extreme?
More than
More than words.
Oh, that is. Sorry, that is extreme.
Did I already tell this story on the? Stop me
You
if I
haven't
oh,
even
don't
started
stop me.
telling it. How would we know?
Did I tell the story about Saigon Kick already? Maybe before Don was here.
I'm going with.
But maybe
yes.
I told it on Don's podcast when he interviewed me for Ghost Cult. And I was like, my brother at one point proposed marriage to his girlfriend and
Yeah,
told
you've
her
told-
"Love Is on the Way" is going to be the wedding song. And she broke up with him and became a lesbian.
I
He's dead,
wanted.
so he can't hear this to be mad at it. And fuck
I-
him double anyway.
I wanted "Forever" by Kiss to be our wedding
I
song.
know. She laughed at you.
We did "The Luckiest" by Ben Folds.
That's not a bad song. And Ben
No,
Folds
it's
is
a good
very
song.
good. I wouldn't be opposed someday to a Ben Folds series.
I
And
would
maybe
be opposed to a Ben
Your
Folds
wife
series.
would listen. And
No, she's just never going to listen to
She
this. And I
doesn't-
realized
well, I mean, it's for the
she was
best.
making fun of me. We're driving home, and I like got AirPods in, and I'm like listening back to last week, and I'm cracking up. And the kid wakes up, and she goes, "What?" She goes, "Your dad is listening to his own podcast and laughing." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's funny."
I feel like this is unsafe. You shouldn't be driving with AirPods in.
I wasn't driving.
Oh, you were in the airplane?
I was a passenger.
No, he was riding.
Oh, sorry.
You know, there are three of us in the car.
I don't
not-
know who drives in your family besides
There's three
your
people.
wife.
There's 3 people in the car. One
Besides
driving.
Gigi, lawyer wife, and you. I don't know who drives.
Yeah.
Gigi does not, nor does Gigi travel.
Just
Okay,
to
well,
get
then
us
that
back.
cuts it to 2.
What is
Don,
it?
doing news.
News.
Go ahead.
So I was gonna actually do the Kyuss news, but I'm gonna let Keefy do it because Keefy is a much bigger Kyuss fan than me, and I'd like to talk about that a little bit. But David Lee Roth made the big fucking comeback this past weekend at
He's
the
playing St. Louis.
Man, he was at the M3 festival, and I'll tell you what. First off, haters gonna hate always. Somewhere along the line during the big divorce, people decided they were gonna hate David Lee Roth and they were gonna love Hagar and all this crap. And call him what you want, man. But Dave is an endless showman always. And I actually watched the full show. Probably the best I'd heard him in years. Like, I don't think he sounded. I think the last time Roth sounded that good was maybe on that first leg of the Van Halen reunion tour that he did. Yeah, the band's tuned down a little bit. He's got a 4-piece male backing singer group that backs him up. And Dave knows his limitations, but he's also not going to hide it. And he's not going to use tracks. It was fucking chef's kiss class. Loved it. And I will travel for one of these shows. So
that is exactly what David Coverdale does. David Coverdale can handle the breathy verses, but he cannot go away on his own anymore.
No, he can't. He
needs somebody to help him going down the only road he's ever known, because he just can't do it by himself.
Technically, David Coverdale is still suffering from long COVID, and I don't believe he's going to ever tour again. The way
I'm talking about 2018 David Coverdale.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, Roth was sounding pretty rough there for a while, actually very rough towards the end. So I don't know what happened. Maybe the down tuning kind of helped him, which I assume it did. But seriously, I had so much fun watching this set. And if you guys ever noticed this about Roth, is that Roth has had eras over the years where he kind of like changes how he is as a frontman. And now he is kind of rocking the kind of Vegas showman, like he's not doing the big split kicks and everything. Also, because it's rumored that he's got serious spinal injury issues. And
he's also got serious old.
Yes, he is. And I'm not going to lie, dude. The dude looks fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, but picture your grandfather. Dude, man. Picture your grandfather getting out a katana, putting on a turban, dancing with little pointy bell shoes, and jumping up and doing the splits.
You know why he can do that, right? You know why he can do that, right?
Cocaine. I would go to the show, except it's at the factory, and I refuse to go to the factory at this point. I've avoided it for so long. I'm just not going.
Yeah, I was looking at the dates, and I don't think he's actually coming close here. But I'm gonna make it an effort to go. It's a small run, and then finally, my last piece of news, as promised, a piece of Foreigner news every week. So Lou Gramm said, quote, I plan on being in Foreigner for at least another year or two. So I guess the talk of Foreigner going away is done.
But he's out.
Who's out?
According to Lou Gramm. According to a radio station, I heard that somebody else is doing it now.
When did you hear this? Because this was
over the weekend. Maybe in Kansas City. I don't know.
Well, this was just from 2 days ago. So okay, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. He said that he was, maybe he means like he's not going to be doing the full thing, that he's going to kind of do it like what do you call it? Like, with Hanson, thing. Like Mick
Guitar Hansen. Jones did.
You mean like Mick Guitar Jones?
Did that work?
Yes. What was that? What was the point of that?
Was that a winning buzzer? Every time we do, hey, Flat Don is here.
No, he's not. Flat Don is here.
You know, as you haven't seen though, death can't keep him down, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god.
So yeah, we're hold on, let's try that again. Death can't keep me down, Keefy. Beautiful.
This is going to be jarring to people listening on the podcast. I apologize. But fuck it. Now we're all the way. We're fucking into our fucking era.
We are committed now. This is
okay. We all get 3 buzzes.
Okay.
Is
it my turn for a new?
Yeah, your turn.
Yes, it's your turn.
Go on, buddy.
I'm ringing the bell for my check. Sorry, I'll stop now. Don't give me anything to do. Let me back it up for a second. I didn't want to interrupt, but I do have a question. So not just because I'm bitter, because I didn't get to see Live at Pompeii in the movies. Did either of you?
I did not. I had an opportunity where I could have gone, or I could have gone to Steve's Hot Dogs, got a poutine dog. I decided to cook steak and drink beer at home.
Sure. Done.
I made my choice.
When it was playing was while we were in Vegas.
That's right.
For the Dead and Company shows.
I also didn't get to go. Judging by, and I don't have a DVD or Blu-ray, but I'm sure it's going to be on streaming soon. Judging by the success of the Zeppelin release and the fact that it continues to be over and over and over, and I think there's a new Bjork movie, documentary, concert thing being jig out now today. Did Pink Floyd mess up by not letting this thing run longer? I get that IMAX screens are limited and the big tempo movies are starting to come out. There's no chance they could have just kept it only in IMAX. But do you should not Live at Pompeii have been running this whole time? It's only been a couple of weeks.
Let's call a thing what it is, and let's be honest about the situation. We're not in 1982 anymore. And I don't think that Pink Floyd or anybody besides Kevin Smith, who does the stupid runs, I don't think anybody really chooses how long the movie's in the theater. It's, we're living in the age of the soliloquy Jason Lee as Brody Bruce gave in Jay and Silent Bob Reboot is the great explanation of what movies are right now. It's just completely rebooting and when they reboot, they're booting something out. It's just constant. If you don't go in the first weekend of a movie, you're likely going to miss it. So It's, we don't have, we just don't have the theater culture we once had. So I'm not going to blame Pink Floyd on that. Are they missing out on it? Probably. But I'd say it's probably not their design and not their fault.
Okay, fair enough. I had not seen the movie. Vinyl is downstairs in the locker, in the mailbox lockers. Other music documentaries float my boat, and I go to them when I can, mostly at the indie theater. I believe minor Metallica news. I don't think we have time for a set list, but Metallica played their second 2-day weekend shows last weekend. Their second in Nashville. No surprises in the set list except for the Doodle, which, as you know, I'm over.
If you would like, I can give a quick running on it.
Sure.
I got it. So
yeah, please do. I want to hear it. Yeah.
Okay, here it is. I will. Okay, just hit a buzz if it's get your buzzer going. Hit a buzz if it's a good one. Okay.
$1.
Ready? Creeping Death, Harvester of Sorrow, Leper Messiah. There we go. King Nothing, 72 Seasons, If Darkness Had a Sun, Doodle, Day That Never Comes, Shadows Follow, Orion, Nothing Else Matters, Sad But True, Battery, Fuel, Seek and Destroy, and Master of Puppets. One surprise. Properly
What the
buzzed.
fuck is Doodle? Like, I thought you were making that shit up.
No, it really is a doodle. Rob and Kirk come out and they noodle around and they make a doodle. All right, here we go.
Rob and Kirk, hold on. Rob and Kirk.
They diddle each other's doodle.
They don't. Rob and Kirk.
Okay.
For every single city they play in, every night they have a show, they make a city-specific jam for up to 10 minutes so Lars can take a leak and James can smoke a cigarette or whatever the fuck it is they do. Sometimes it's a cover. A lot of times it's an original song. Mm-hmm. Nick continues to be angry about the chili relleno.
Yeah, the chili relleno joke. I'm pissed off. We all know what chili relleno is here, Rob.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, he is Mexican. Anyway.
Yeah, and so is Cherokee Street.
Yes. So that is a real thing. Christ. I feel like in the span, you could do anything with that take an intermission. Fucking have a video tribute to Cliff or Ron McGovney or someone or Mustaine.
Ron McGovney? What?
Lloyd Grant.
The tribute to Lloyd Grant.
You could show a year and a half in the life of Metallica in that time, just 10 minutes of it, like whatever.
Or the 15-minute Metallica movie.
I would not rather have them do a jam. I think it's
the doodle is stupid. Okay, night 2. Get the buzzer ready. You don't got to get on it too quick though. Ready? Whiplash, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Ride the Lightning, The Memory Remains, Lux Eterna, Too Far Gone, Doodle, Mandinker Snipper, Fade to Black, Wherever I May Roam, The Call of Cthulhu.
We've heard it.
Oh, did we?
They've been doing it. They do it.
Oh, never mind. Okay, Unforgiven, Inamorata, Fight Fire with Fire.
Oh, they did Unforgiven the original.
Yeah.
That's not
Unforgiven Just. Yeah, but they played Unforgiven Just when I saw them in 2017.
I know.
Did they do Unforgiven 2, the Electric Boogaloo, though?
No, nor did they do Unforgiven 3 with Richard
Back
Pryor.
Into Unforgiving.
The Toy, starring Richard Pryor and Jackie Gleason. Go ahead.
Unforgiven 3. The Confessional. You Are Forgiven.
Yeah.
Inamorata, Fight Fire with Fire.
I mean, Inamorata, they've been playing it, but that's awesome.
It's 70. Nothing off 72 Seasons counts as a buzzer for me. Moth and Flame won Entering of the Sandman. So
Moth and Flame late in the set though. That's not bad.
It doesn't matter.
It does though. It's a good song.
It is a good song. That's why you play it late in the set. But there's nothing really. This so far this tour, the sets have been
banal. Is that fair? Banal.
That's a good. Yeah, I like that. Banal.
So when they do 2 nights, like that, where they do the no repeat, is it the same set list that they'll do in another city if they're doing 2 nights?
Kind of, sorta.
So they don't really like shuffle things up much.
Another cat check.
They did the first 2 legs, but this leg has been pretty banal. This is the Goose. He has been jumping into the bag of records that no longer has records in it.
Goose.
Go away, buddy. I'll see you tomorrow.
Not even later in the house. I'll see you tomorrow.
He's like, I'll see you tomorrow. Like, what the fuck?
See you at food time. Fuck off, cat. This guy.
All right, fine. I'll see you tonight when you sleep on my crotch, like you do every night, and keep my dick warm. Happy?
Well, then
I'm
why
just
did you
kidding.
say see you tomorrow then? Like, are you
He's
just
trying to-
oblivious
he's
that he does that?
ashamed. He's
Because
ashamed.
I don't want to watch.
Grooming his cat, and
So you
not
like
in
that?
the typical grooming way.
He totally expressed his claim, his dirt out loud here. You know,
Actually, he actually does it on my calves, but that's not funny.
show us on the cat where the cat touched you, Nick. No, let's not do that. Okay.
All right.
Anyway,
Do you have any more news, Keefy? Did you drop the Kyuss?
the Kyuss news. So John Garcia, the
Okay, we got to get that out because there have been 2 teases on this news.
yes, well, we're bad at this, obviously. The infamous lead singer of Kyuss and many other stoner rock bands is doing a headline tour of the United States, in which he will play a little bit from all his bands, which I think is exciting. Cannibal Corpse has announced the headline tour. They're probably not going to St. Louis. I looked, and they hate Nick.
I've seen him twice.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Municipal Waste is also on that bill.
Municipal Waste is on that tour.
Is Municipal Waste from St. Louis, or did I just completely dream that?
Richmond, Virginia.
They're from Richmond, Virginia.
Except
Wow,
for
I'm just gonna-
he's from upstate New York.
I'm just going to keep screwing this up. Okay, cool.
That's fine. And what else? Devin Townsend says after this next tour that's about to start, he is not going to tour for a very long time. He's taking a retirement from the road to work on personal stuff and probably more music. He needs a break, and he's taking a break from touring because he's been doing a lot of touring and performances all over the world, including The Moth, which he played only one time, and he says he's never going to do it again. And maybe there'll be a DVD, but he says he's never going to do it again live.
He was on The Moth?
The Moth is his album.
Oh,
Not
I thought he was on The
podcast,
Moth.
The Moth.
So he's not on The Moth Story Hour.
No, he made an opera musical called The Moth. That's a progressive rock metal musical.
Okay,
Yeah.
Roger.
Can I interject something real quick, Keefy?
You can.
Was that you were talking about that? So, because I saw, oh God, why am I forgetting his name already? The guitar player from Devin Townsend's. He was in. Oh my God, how am I forgetting?
There's
this?
a few.
Strapping young lad.
Guthrie Govan.
No, he was the guy
Mike
that was
Keneally.
in Mike Keneally. Thank you.
How did you
Mike
not know
Keneally.
that? That's bad.
I totally knew it. This is off. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
fine. Gives me an
edibles.
opportunity to say "fuck fish" again. Go ahead.
Well, I
Go
say
ahead.
that too, anyway. So
Yeah, fuck
whatever.
Fuck
No, but
fish, fuck
he
their fans. Fuck you if you like them. Go ahead, Nick.
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, he actually Keneally actually had posted that he was going over to Europe to do that Moth
Yep.
show with Townsend. And talking about Townsend taking some time off, like I think I've seen a lot, at least 2 other artists announce that they were canceling their tours due to mental health, things like this. And so this is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Thank you.
In case you
Actually,
guys
I've
did
got
not
some
know.
news that I meant to talk about last week.
Yeah,
You
Julian
reminded me.
Baker, probably not a major figure for this show, but for me, and maybe
I absolutely. Well, I'm a huge Boy Genius fan, and
Yeah.
so and Jillian just put out that incredible country album with Torres, and they had a whole tour set up, and the tour has been canceled for her to address some issues. And I think I hate seeing it in people dealing with mental health, but I do like people's transparency more so
No,
lately than ever.
I like seeing people deal with it and say, "I'm dealing with it,"
That's the thing. Is that like I would much rather that, and because
instead of it
that's
being
new
a
thing.
hockey, instead of it being a hockey injury where you just have the flu when you took a puck to the nuts in the playoffs.
See, and that's the thing is that with the mental health thing, I feel like I'm happy to see people,
Just
kind
tell
of
me.
actually owning it. Yeah, because
Exactly.
to me, I mean, it's already got enough stigma as it is. So anyway, so just keep that in mind, folks, is that it is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it should be all the time. But so if somebody needs you a little more than ever, let them know you're here. Don't hover, don't helicopter, but let people know that you're there for them. So and best of luck to Townsend and Julian Baker, and I hope everybody does well. So anyway,
Yeah, and what if we link some resources in the description of this podcast
that'd be awesome.
for
I love
people
it.
to reach out?
Did
for?
I discuss the Katy Perry sales? Did I do that story?
I don't remember. Go
The
ahead.
I
Katy
meant
Perry
to.
sales.
Yes.
Her concert
concert
stuff,
sales,
We did
yeah.
discuss this, but I mean, we're seeing. We've been talking a lot about this year. The cost of things, tariffs, concert tours are not selling. Artists are canceling. Gene canceled most of his tours. Then he popped up with a few shows. I guess.
Yeah, he
played
did a
his
couple shows recently,
first few
and
shows
the
last week.
reviews are basically that it's absolutely fucking terrible.
And apparently,
Oh, it's horrible.
I did hear this.
He plays for 2.5 hours with like an hour and 15 of music.
Yeah, rumor pray tell that at M3, Ace Frehley was bad and also incorrigibly horrible to his fans, even the secret super VIP ones in his hotel room. He was a dick to them all. So look, I love Ace, but like, dude,
there is actually you get a
Get your shit
direction. You get a direction in the meet and greets where they say, "Don't look him in the eye and don't talk to him."
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Of all of them, Ace. So do you have any more deets on this, Keefy? Like how
I got
was
this
he
as a
an asshole?
secondhand. I got this as a secondhand story, but he was like, yeah, like not engaging, no, like not unhappy to be there at like $500 a head. This is on top of playing the festival. This is on top of whatever, just in a bad mood. Again, John Astronomy. That's your job as his manager to wrangle your dude. Get your guys act together. I appreciate that he just turned 74 and he's cranky. He's probably never going to see a big payday ever again unless he's nice. This is
He's still not going to get a big payday.
He probably thinks he never. Well, he probably thinks he doesn't have to be nice anymore, and
he probably thinks he does 2 more years of this and gets his VIPs. He probably makes $20,000 a show on VIPs. There are enough people that are willing to $20,000 on VIPs. That's only 40 damn people.
Yeah, that's why.
Hell, people were paying what was it? Was it 12 grand to be Gene Simmons' roadie?
I wanted to bring that up. There's at least one dude that did it, and he came out to move the microphone and did not know how.
And then Gene belittled him from the stage to the audience.
It up.
Which I was just like, wow.
Well, again, that's like a publicity stunt. Okay,
yeah, I know,
and that's not a real thing. Stop making it a real. Like the more we put it into the universe, the more it becomes a real thing. Yes, Gene's a douche. Noted. Be my personal roadie for the day. It's a stunt. It's not fucking real. And
it is real.
I would
dude
say
actually did it.
I understand that, but it's not like something every band does. Just Gene did this thing. He had an idea.
All right.
Is it worth to him to have someone hang out for the day and be around him? Well, would you want to be around him for a whole day? Ew.
No.
Seems like a cunt.
No.
It's that okay. Paying for a meet and greet, and I will die on this hill. This is one of the many windmills I tilt at. The other is the original 6. That's my other big one. There's no such thing as the original 6. And if you pay to meet a band, it's just prostitution. You are just paying them pretend to be your friend.
I disagree. And
because
artists.
Like a stripper.
So Don is trying to make a record and get it heard. Mm-hmm. And honestly, even I've heard this much of it. Like I thought it was good. I heard what I liked. Maybe we'll hang out after this podcast, Don, and talk. But
I'd love that
for a few minutes. But like artists have zero chance to make a profitable living anymore making music. Your music makes
you're still pretending to be your friend.
Allow me to speak.
Sorry.
Use the buzzer.
You were fucking warned. Anyway, sorry.
You have a buzzer, man.
I apologize to Nick. He can't help himself. He's an alpha. I don't want to be an alpha, but my brain is an alpha. Anyway,
call me that.
Don't be one. Don't act like one.
You alphas whisper.
Fuck the manosphere. Anyway, so really and truly, artists have zero chance to make money. And I am from the era where I used to stalk side doors and haunt artists and see artists around New York City because I'm from New York. In case you didn't know, I'm from New York. And we used to see bands all the time around the city. And I was an obnoxious douche kid in my 20s, and I'm better now. But like, you don't really like, this is like their only chance to make money that the venue cannot grab a piece of. Really, you can't. I understand what you're saying. They're not your friends. No, it's a business transaction. It's transactional. Yes. Is it impure for the spirit of rock and roll? Probably. But the reality is you make no money selling records. You make no money going on tour. You lose money going on tour. Bands are going under because there's no future for them. If you take away the VIP experience, bands of a certain level have no chance to make money. So you know what? If Testament wants to charge what they charge, I remember that last Mayhem Fest before they went under in 2015. That was Slayer and King Diamond, which was just ill-fated anyway with no major sponsor. They went from like 3 headliners at $1 million each to like U2 bands split $500,000 for the summer. That's a loss. Slayer makes more than that now that they're back, $1 million a show playing once in a while. So, and it's not King Diamond's fault, but like realistically, the VIP is $800 for Kerry King, also to get his guitar or whatever. Yo, whatever it is, let them have it. And now we have another cat check, so I'll shut up.
Sorry, this is whoa. Calm down, buddy. Calm down.
He wants no part of you, Nick.
He is skittish because the first time we did this, he got put in a cage and he came home with no balls. So does it
surprise you, Keefy, that pussy is running from Nick?
This is Roy-tato.
Oh, Roy, I think the balls thing is the problem.
Yeah.
He's never going to like you ever again. You took his nuts.
His name is Roy-tato Baker?
No, just Roy.
Okay.
Roy. He's Roy Aloysius Cameron. He's named after Roy from the IT Crowd and Roy from Ted Lasso.
Have you tried turning it on and turning it off again?
So we've now seen 3 of my cats. Let's see if we can get to 5. We're not going to get to 5. No, I have no problem people doing the VIP. I'm just saying call the thing what it is. Anyway, moving on into the shirt check. No Place Cold Beer, established 1929, newest
69.
Is it?
You said 29?
Oh, it's 6. Look, I was reading it backwards.
Fucking idiot.
Don doesn't get the shirt check. Keefy?
Hey, what's the matter? Don't you know how to count? You need a good manager to come in and help you how to do that.
Yeah. So anyway.
You have an eerie Doc McGee resemblance in your imitation.
It's eerie because he has hair.
Oh, I left out one part of my news check, but it doesn't matter.
Well, now you said something. It totally matters.
Don, go ahead, give me your shirt check, and I'll minorly do my.
This is just a cool little brewery in Atlanta, East Atlanta Village. That's the little cottage brewery, and I love that they have the 404 area code. It says 404, the number of the East. Very clever.
Where is that in relation to Little 5 Points, by the way?
So Little 5 Points is on the other side of town. East Atlanta Village is like where it's where most of like the metal scenester / hipsters hang out, so a couple of great venues there though. They've got like I think they have like 2, if not 3 breweries in that one little area. And then the 529. It's somebody. Yeah, it's the 529. They have the 529 club, and then they have the Earl, which is also a pretty popular venue.
Yeah, Earl's.
What's Earl's last name? Is it Hickey?
No, it's Sandwich.
Oh.
Goodbye, Earl.
Just for the record, Royal Eddy Imperial IPA.
Nice work.
Nice.
Just really quick before I do my shirt check, I saw Jesus Lizard last night, and they were actually better than I thought. But look at this awesome poster they gave away for free. The Fillmore still gives away free posters. People were buying. I mean, they didn't. I mean, honestly, I was a little disappointed by the merch, but free Jesus Lizard poster at the show.
That's
the local
incredible.
Oakland band Marble, they are recording a live album. Bill Graham presents in San Francisco the Jesus Lizard. This is so good, I probably will put this up somewhere in my house because I like it.
I'd put that up.
That's a great poster, though.
And then
It's a good poster.
Keeping it 100% San Francisco. Flat Don and I have my Amoeba music. San Francisco.
How to speak San Franciscan.
That's
I love
a
it.
sketch. That's a
Amoeba.
sketch from SNL about LA. And this is San Francisco.
No, actually, that's a sketch in the movie Basketball.
Okay, fine.
I watched Dodgeball over the weekend, by the way.
Ben Stiller's in it.
Still a great movie. He's married to Christine Taylor. She must laugh every day.
I don't know who
Seriously.
that is. Who's that?
His wife.
Not helpful. Duncan and I did an episode on Ben Stiller's punk band on the DMA.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Really?
Yes.
I need to listen to that one.
I just
How
thought it was
about Peter
funny.
Dinklage's punk band? That's
Peter
a better-
Dinklage has a punk band?
He had a
Oh,
punk
yeah.
band when he was
He had
a youngster.
All right.
Mhm.
Let's talk about some hearts. So
Oh, let's do this. Yes.
Heart becomes platinum on their first record. And frankly, that's a recipe for going down in flames, is it not? Unless your name is Led Zeppelin.
Mhm.
But I don't know of many. I don't know of many artists that went platinum on day one. So what happens here is a failure to communicate. Hart believes, oh, we're platinum sellers now. You got to give us more money. Mushroom feels, we got to give you the money that we agreed to. So Hart starts beginning to record their new record, later to be called Magazine. And during the dispute, they stop. During that dispute, something else interesting happens. Mushroom Records takes away their producer, Mike Flicker. So, no Mike Flicker, Hart believes the record contract is broken because he was part of the contract. They go to the court of law after Mushroom says they went straight up Polly Cicero on this and said, fuck you, pay me, by putting out Hart Magazine before it was done. The vocals are not done. The songs are not done. They resequenced it. They added live tracks. So Hart sues them. Well, the American judge, not Canadian, the American judge determines, nope, you still owe them a record. So they go back into the studio, they finish Magazine, they get it all done, and they put it out, still with 2 live tracks. And then they leave and go to Capitol Records. That's kind of my setup. Do we want to do the albums?
Yeah, I think it's interesting to note that it was a common press. So like we were making jokes about Mushroom Records last week, right? And so that they had been formed. We mentioned a member of their band who I think Nancy Wilson was involved with was dodging the draft, so they relocated to Vancouver. Mushroom is one of these things. They were kind of, I don't think they invented it because it was probably Apple Records with the Beatles. I went down a very weird rabbit hole about this album. You're going to find out about when we do the meet. What we now have is 360 deals that include marketing, concerts, and albums. Did not exist.
And aren't those like the worst deals you can sign?
Absolute worst deal you can sign. It never works out for the artist. It's always in the interest of the label or the management who is part of it. And the band never, like Slayer has had a 360 deal with Rick Sales for like 30 years.
An old friend of mine once said, record labels are just banks.
Banks you shouldn't negotiate with. That's true. Just like a marriage is a contract you probably shouldn't sign unless you're really convinced that person is with you forever. But anywho.
He says to 2 married dudes who have been married for double digits.
137 years.
37
Actually,
in a row?
in a row? Hey, get back here.
So that Mushroom came with the studio, was with the the Mushroom staff, so their producer Flicker there is the guy that came with the deal. And then they decided that was like as you correctly said, they were trying to punish the band by taking him away, but they were going to work with him anyway. So they did actually record Magazine with him. But when they finished it, they were trying to punish them. And then that guy ends up being with them for like 5 albums, by the way, the next 4 albums, including Magazine. And, it's just more, you really don't even, you would imagine that making millions of dollars for the record label would have been like rewarded, but nobody was rewarded. Their rate wasn't improved. They didn't really.
It was the 70s.
Well, a lot of people got taken advantage of either by record labels, crooked accountants, banks going under. We should probably do a chaser just on like the worst record deals or worst like monetary losses of the 70s.
Do we really want to get that depressed?
I do.
Yeah, but that would be a good one because I feel like that's something that even a lot of people's favorite bands, they don't realize. How many bands were fucking raked through the coals with a lot of
one of the
deals.
things that people don't realize is that the top earners pay for the bottom earners.
That's true too. That's also true.
Because it's, you can't give Carlos Santana every dollar he makes back. You gotta pay to develop the especially back in the 70s, when in the 70s you got 3 or 4 records to prove yourself. When Pink Floyd, what did Pink Floyd have? 7? Like 7 records before they actually got a damn hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would never happen now.
Of course, it's the biggest hit of all time.
It is the biggest-
right. Yeah.
It is the biggest hit of all time. Same thing for Rush. It took them 4 or 5 albums before they hit.
They would have never.
Never.
What's the line from again? Is it Knocked Up where Paul Rudd goes, Steely Dan would have never made it today, and Seth Rogen Seth. Yeah, Seth.
That
Rogen
is
goes,
not.
Yes,
that is
that's
not
because
knocked up.
Steely
That's
Dan-
the Rush movie,
Steely
Yeah, you're
Dan,
thinking of the Rush movie.
The Rush movie,
which I haven't
forgot
seen.
what that was called.
the other one. That's because Steely Dan gargles my balls. No, it's actually. I think it's actually. It is Knocked Up 100%.
Paul Rudd's not in it.
It is. Anyway, relax.
Wait. I'm sorry.
It's not I Love You, Man. It's the one.
I
Or is it
apologize.
This is 40.
No,
It's Knocked Up because that's the one with Seth and what's her
I
fuck.
apologize. Seth or Paul Rudd is completely in Knocked Up. I apologize. One thing I wanted to say, we may have screwed up this week because technically Magazine comes out in 78
Well, I know that.
and
I asked the
Queen comes out in
question.
77.
Well, because they were competing, but
Yeah.
Magazine is technically done first,
Yeah, it's done.
so we
first.
didn't fuck it up completely. And no, I think actually officially
We made
Queen-
we made a choice. We made a choice.
Well, Little Queen actually does kind of come out. Technically, no. So Magazine, okay, the chronology is the Magazine comes out in 77, then it's pulled and comes out again a year later.
50,000 copies pressed, which, I mean, if you
Yeah,
think about
I
these
mean-
numbers compared to today's numbers,
Yeah.
50,000 back then was nothing.
So we're okay because
Yeah.
when Magazine is re-released, this is also super interesting. This is very similar to what would happen with a Taylor Swift or a Beyonce today. So Magazine reissue does come out a year later. Little Queen did technically come out in May of 77. So in terms of chronology,
Yeah.
the right version of Magazine is in 78, but Magazine was released in 77. We're just doing the better finished version of it. Okay. And we'll do Little Queen next.
I was
in
just
2 weeks.
making a point. I wasn't asking anybody to defend
I
our
was
choices.
I'm defending you.
So hey, Boom Boom,
Yo,
what is a first run of Magazine worth? First pressing, being that I mean, yeah, because I'd be curious to know.
You really want to know? Throw out a number. Yes, just take a bid.
$1.
Oh, don't go over. One-
Fucker, I was
Okay, what's your bid?
now I have nothing. That's
Okay.
always my bid. So
Well,
I'm gonna say $1.50,
Okay, $1.50.
99 cents.
You both went over.
What was it?
99 fucking cents.
Are you joking?
No.
That's amazing.
Oh,
Because no one wants it. Because it sucks. No one wants it.
Come on,
All
that
right.
was you got to
That's pretty
admit
great.
that was funny.
And then I think Nick tried to do the buzzer, but we can't hear it because he has.
You didn't hear it?
No, I heard it very faintly.
Oh, I buzzed it.
okay.
I was trying to do
I know.
the buzzer from Price is Right because
Yes,
you all gone
yes.
over.
Yes, correct. Good one. That was a good. Slow clap.
That was
here for
great.
you, Nicholas. That was a good one.
come on down.
I am literally
Monty.
I'm gonna be laughing about this for a week.
I bet you
That
are.
was awesome.
Shall we do the records of 1978? We
I
did
was
it
gonna
once a long time
ask
ago.
you to hit it.
Please, no pontificating. Just I have it. I don't. It sucks. It's great. Keep it
You got to
short.
give us 2 albums per year that we can pontificate for 5 seconds. That's all I'm asking.
Sure, fine.
Because we can't hold it back.
I know it's tough. This is an incredible year for music, by the way. This
Okay.
is literally one of the best years of all time for
Okay,
music. in my
go.
opinion. This year's model, Elvis Costello.
No.
No.
Yeah, fuck no. Darkness on the Edge of Town, Bruce Springsteen.
No.
Don.
You're muted, dingus.
Ah, there we go.
Ugh,
No,
God.
I don't. But it is a great album, though.
It is good.
That's your one. That's one. You get one more.
Probably my favorite Rolling Stones record, Some Girls.
No.
Yes, absolutely.
Wait, what's the cover of that?
That's the one that's got all the different faces.
Oh, no.
Catalog.
Stuff.
No.
Yeah.
No.
More songs about buildings, Talking Heads.
No.
No.
The completely unfuckwithable and future podcast series topic, Parallel Lines by Blondie.
No.
No.
All Mod Cons by The Jam.
No.
No.
Fuck
The
jam
ma-
bands.
Wait, did you say the
It's
Jam?
not a jam band. The Jam, you dick. God.
Paul Weller. Come on,
Fuck.
fucker.
Are you fucking serious
Wait,
now?
wait, is it a Fish album? You said it was a jam band?
The Jam. The both of you eat complete spotted dick cans. Anyway, can
I
and
get
all.
one more.
Label
I get
metal.
one. I get one
Now
more.
you're down to one. You fucked up. The Man Machine by Kraftwerk.
No.
No. It's amazing.
The Unfuckwithable debut album by The Police, Outlandos de Amor.
No,
No,
I don't have
no.
that one.
Tragic. Chairs Missing by Wire. Also essential. I know neither of you have it.
No.
Also,
no.
essentially, neither of you have it. Third by Big Star. This is the
No.
birth of alternative rock and new wave.
No, but I do love that album though. That's a great.
Yep.
You're done. That's your two.
The debut album by The Cars, The Cars.
Yes.
No.
Excitable Boy by the new Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Warren Zevon.
No.
Fuck no.
Isn't he in the
The-
Dead?
No, I think he's in Blues Traveler.
Oh,
Up.
was that my
Why-
two?
Why do you hate me so much? You must hate me.
I
The
love
Kick
you.
Inside, the debut album by Kate Bush, produced by Peter Gabriel.
No.
No.
My third favorite album by the Ramones, Road to Ruin.
No.
Yes. Fucking incredible record.
Thank you very much.
No. You're done.
The
Ah,
best
shit.
album by Patti Smith, Easter.
No.
No.
This album means nothing to me. Comes a Time by Neil Young.
No.
No. Fuck Neil.
Oh.
Fuck 'em.
Ambient One, Music for Airports, Brian Eno.
Love the title, but no.
No,
Something's
but I
wrong
do
with
love
you.
I do love Brian Eno.
Something's wrong with you if you don't have this. My fourth favorite Billy Joel album, 52nd Street.
No.
No Billy Joel.
I am starting to build up my Billy Joel, though.
Yeah, we'll be doing a Billy Joel series without Dawn in 2026. Germ-Free Adolescence, X-Ray Specs.
No.
I don't even know what that is, but that's a great
It's
title.
Punk rock, female-fronted punk rock from the 70s. The first wave of punk. Stranger in Town, Bob Seger.
No.
The Silver Bullet Band.
Wait.
No.
No.
Good album, though. That is his 10th record, by the way. I think they're all in the 70s. What the fuck, bro?
He's like the Paradise Lost of
He's-
classic rock.
No, he had what isn't old time rock and roll from the 80s, or is that just
80s.
like popularized?
80s.
That was 80s,
82,
yeah.
83.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's on the soundtrack to
Risky Business.
Risky Business. That's right. Give Him Enough Rope by The Clash.
No, wish I
No.
Really should
No.
get that. Arguably, not even arguably, my favorite Bob Marley and the Wailers record, Kaya.
did. No.
No.
I know most people say Uprising. Power Age by AC/DC.
Yes.
Is it Power Age or Power Age?
I
say
always
Power
call it
Age.
Power Age. Yeah.
That's Power and Rage, right? Power
Yeah.
Age.
Power
Or
Rage.
Power Age. The best
just like
record of this entire
Rage.
year by a country mile, the debut self-titled album by Van Halen.
Yes.
Yes.
We should have did like a fuck Sammy Hagar news piece this week. But anyway,
Oh,
Next week.
yes. Can
Next
we?
week.
Yes.
next
Yeah.
week.
All right. Fuck Sammy. Anyway. I gotta-
City to City
preview.
by Jerry Rafferty. As you know, that's the Steelers wheel Jerry Rafferty, and I believe Baker Street is on this record.
No, I don't have that one.
Steelers.
9 from both of you, of course. Live and Dangerous by Thin Lizzy.
Hell yes.
Hell yes. Absolutely.
Most of these are bangers, right? Most of these records are bangers. Probably underrated. Jesus of Cool, Nick Lowe.
No.
No.
Good
Mm-mm.
title.
Heaven Tonight by Cheap Trick.
No.
Am I the only person on this earth that doesn't like Cheap Trick?
You
Yes.
might be.
Probably.
You also don't
Okay.
like Billy Joel, so this is strike two. Shiny Beast by Captain Beefheart.
No.
No.
That's his 10th record. He started in the 60s at least. The Ill-Fated Stardust by Willie Nelson.
Yes.
I know Nick has it because we did it.
No, I
Previous
don't.
Chaser episode subject.
It was in my vinyl haul that my aunt gave me, which included
correct.
my famous AC/DC records.
That is correct. The debut self-titled, it's not self-titled, the debut album by Devo, Are We Not Men? We Are Devo.
No.
No.
Failure. Blue Valentine, Tom Waits.
No.
No.
Another Music in a Different Kitchen, The Buzzcocks. These are all punk things you wouldn't
Nope.
like.
No.
Public Image Limited, first issue. That is their
Nope.
debut. Who
No,
are
but
you?
I did have that one.
Who are you by the Who? Arguably their last good record.
Nope.
No.
Just passed away last week. The Modern Dance by Per Ubu.
Nope.
Their singer
No.
died. That's their
No.
debut. One Nation Under a Groove. Funkadelic, yes.
Why is it we never do the Funkadelic or Parliament record I do have? It never comes up on these damn
We're
things.
not there yet. I don't know what to tell you.
It's
Don,
earlier
a no
than
for
this.
you, right? Yes.
Don doesn't like the funk.
No,
Yeah,
I
dude.
would think Don,
Sarsipius.
this is some great weed music. Like
No, I do like Funkadelic, but
You
I
have Maggot Brain at least? I do.
So I had it
No,
on.
no,
I have it
no.
on CD. I don't have it on vinyl though.
Okay,
but
doesn't count. We don't recognize
but
CDs. On
I
the
did
show.
see Funkadelic 3 times live, and they were
I saw George
incredible.
Clinton, and he was great.
I saw George Clinton once.
Did he have the mothership?
No.
He did.
Oh
No,
yeah,
I saw him.
He was
The
awesome.
debut album by the most overrated band of this year or ever, Dire Straits. I don't know why people love this band.
Fuck
they have
them.
3 good songs, and the
Don't have
soundtrack
that one.
to The Princess Bride. I don't care about anything else about this band. Stained Class by motherfucking Judas Priest.
That is a big fat yes.
Nope.
Damn, Nick. Former podcast subject, Double Vision by Foreigner.
Hell yes.
Bring it on, Don. You know it's your time to shine.
It's not my time to shine, but it's my time to shine. Dude. Death can't keep me down, fellas. Death won't kill me ever.
The next version of Ain't No Grave Gonna Hold Me Down will not be done by the ghost of Johnny Cash or Marilyn Manson, but Roy Thomas Baker's
It'll
ghost.
be Roy Thomas Baker. Absolutely.
Is he English or what? Like, what's his deal?
British, yeah.
He was British. Yeah.
Probably very underrated, but seriously, folks, by Joe Walsh.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't call him underrated, but no.
I have no recollection of this album at all. London Town by Wings.
No.
The fuck?
Mm-mm.
Definitely underrated. Waiting for Columbus by Little Feat.
Fuck Little Feet.
Why? What's wrong with you?
I had it on cassette, but I love
My
it. I
mother
love
dropped
Little
me
Feat.
as a child.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we know.
Last few. You ready?
Yep.
Long Live Rock and Roll by Rainbow.
Yes.
No.
I think there's a chapter about it in Don's
Wait a
book.
minute. Is that which one's that? What's the cover look like?
The beige one. Come on, bro.
Yeah, I got that. I got
this?
that.
Yeah.
I got that. I got it. I got it. I got it.
Come on, dude. A second album of the year for Parliament, Motor Booty Affair.
That's a great title.
I don't even know what's on this, but I want it now.
I want it very much so.
They have a song on here called Rump of Steelskin. Like Rumpelstiltskin, but Rump of Steelskin.
Thank you. We all
That's
got the
amazing.
joke.
My whole life has been made better by knowing this fact.
That's even better than Sir Mix-a-Lot's Ooh Rubber Smooth Skin.
That's true. Black and White by the Stranglers.
Nope.
No.
Here's probably a yes for all 3 of us. Pieces of 8 by Styx.
Hell yeah.
Yes, that's a fucking great album.
The follow-up to The Grand Illusion.
'Cause I'm a renegade. I got it made.
A record I heard on nonstop repeat in my house as a child because of my mother, C'est Chic by Nile Rodgers and Chic.
No, and I want to say
No.
one thing. My copy of Pieces of 8 is actually Lawyer Wife's.
Ah, not surprised.
It's premarital property.
And there'll be one more. I would also say there is a recent Tiny Desk music with Nile Rodgers and the current version of Chic. Absolutely go watch it. It's beautiful and life affirming. A second album of the year for Perubu, Dub Housing. Don't understand why.
Nope.
I'm sure there's a Kiss album this year. It's the Kiss solo albums, right?
Yeah, solo albums in double platinum. I have Ace, the only one worth having.
The remix of Killer is good. I have Peter. I Can't Stop the Rain. Here it comes again. And finally, one more for Don. One more time to shine for Don. Jazz by Queen, produced by Roy Thomas Baker.
Did somebody call me again?
Fat
Yeah.
Bottom Girls is on that one.
Yeah,
So,
if
I
you
mean,
could
it's
just
a-
go ahead, if you could just go ahead and clean up that line of white powder, Roy.
I mean, this is a
You gave me an
year
idea
of
for next week.
a year full of bangers. Zeppelin was on the road this year.
Last year on the road.
79. Deadboard 79 is the most famous concert. in
But yeah,
bands.
but weren't they only on the road for like a month
No,
in '79?
No.
It was real short.
the whole year. 77 and 78 are truncated because of the death of Plant's son and his recovery from injury.
I thought that was '79.
That was so sad, dude. Yeah.
Let's not.
Anyway,
let's not
that
be
is-
Captain Bringdowns.
That is the albums of the year for 1978. What a banger of a year. We will do 77 next week because fuck it.
just real, yeah, because why not? Hot take: there are no better years than other years. There are just better PR.
I disagree.
Even yeah, I know.
We did the 90s with Danny, and there's definitely some horrible years in there. 98 comes to mind.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. We were like
Man.
talking about Godsmack
Ugh.
and fucking Power Man 5000.
That's just because we didn't hear the good albums. They just
Yeah.
the good albums just didn't get heard. That's what I'm going with.
Can we do a series though on
No.
the Paradise Lost albums from the 90s?
No.
Who would listen?
God.
Not even the guys in the band.
No,
Why
why
like
would
we
they
only
listen?
recorded 3. Where did the other 17 come from?
The guys in the band have already heard that shit. They don't need us to tell them about it.
How the
Yeah.
fuck did they tour in the 90s? Seriously. It's like
Never,
they
they
brought
never
a
stopped touring.
They brought a Tascam 4-track into the hotel.
They were probably riding on the road at probably tracks, actually.
probably. Yeah.
By the way, I love this. Again, we know not to trust Wikipedia, but the Wikipedia entry for
I
the
trust
magazine,
Wikipedia.
you shouldn't. We know better. Go back to the series on Fireball Ministry.
You know better. I choose not to.
Well, shit.
Yeah, but
There's
you
our
were talk-
dynamic in a nutshell.
but
Glacially Musical Podcast. Keith and Don know better. Nick chooses not to because it's his show. Go fuck yourself. Thanks for tuning in. This has been a Glacially Musical Podcast. It doesn't play in Peoria. Dun, 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 dun.
and neither do we.
Neither will we.
And
No.
and
This anecdote from Wikipedia that says that in the run up, capitalizing on the sales of Dreamboat Annie, they bought a full page ad in Rolling Stone in late December 1976, which was probably the year in review issue, right? That was always popular. And a tabloid style advertisement, a satire of the National Enquirer, and showed the sisters again, like naked from the cover of Dreamboat Annie with the caption, "It was only our first time." And
Oh no.
that infuriated them. I hear a kitty.
That is terrible.
Or
Oh my
fart.
god.
Which one was it?
there is a cat.
Is cat.
Is cat.
Is cat.
Singing
Hang
like
on.
Annie Wilson here. Oh, he's got to get out of the chair to get it. This is bad.
And then he takes his headphones off and we can talk about him. Hey, welcome back, Nick.
Eat your own butt, Tom. Did nobody hear my buzzer? I did a pedo
We
buzz.
can't hear it. We can't hear it.
You did a pedo buzz?
Don't even try.
Pedo buzz.
What the fuck is
The incesto buzz.
the incesto buzz? Stop it.
When Keefy does it, I can hear it.
Because I have it literally going through the you have to like share. I would have to turn mine off and you can share your computer sound. We'll practice it. So we'll
Okay,
start.
cool.
Maybe I shudder to let you be in charge of the fucking
I want to be in charge of the buzzers.
No, it was your idea. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh no.
We're definitely gonna have no more listeners after this episode. Here's one more. This is fucked. But this is fucking terrific. Here's one more. Just really ready?
Do we need an incest? Oh, I was.
Oh, that is a good one.
That's
man.
the incesto buzz.
Air raid, the fucking air
From
raid
now on,
drill.
for the rest of the Heart series, whenever they do something incestuous,
Well,
you got to beep that.
in 2 weeks we'll have another one. Go ahead.
That's the incesto buzz.
I have nothing else to add. Do we want to just go into the track listing or what?
Yeah, this album has nothing classic on it. Track 1, Heartless.
I mean, Heartless is pretty good though.
Is it classic?
It's clever.
It's not bad.
You don't like it?
I didn't say that. I said there's no classics on it.
It's the best song on the record.
No, it's not.
It kind of is. Well,
it's the best song they
kind
wrote
of.
on the record.
It's the best song they wrote on the record. We're going to
There
talk
we
a
go.
bit about that next. How
Yeah.
about you? I guess Nick doesn't like it that much. I like it.
It's fine. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not. They're not going to play this, and when I see them in a couple months,
They will not. No.
that's what I'm saying. Because all I'm going to hear when I see them in a few months, it's going to be Banger Town, Population Nick getting horny over some really old ladies. Maybe they won't wear their shirts, and they'll lean up back to back, and they'll say it's only the first time.
Stop it.
Sorry.
Oh, Nick, just stop.
Yeah, man.
Although that was great, by the way.
How about you, Don? What do you feel about this opening track?
Weak sauce, man. Dude, I mean, you're talking about coming on the heels of an album that was kicked off by, was it Magic Man? This is, I don't know, man. This was not a great start to an album.
It's the best start they had, though. Oh, God, that's really damning with faint praise, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All right,
It's not the first time.
Keefy, what do you think about this warm mush?
I think it's a good start, and it's actually, I feel like it's the most endearing song on here that they made. I think there's some definitely troubling things about the next track we'll talk about, but like, I don't know. They were not hit fishing. I still think they were not. They're still trying to figure out who they are. It's kind of still correct. Folk and blues rock, a little more folk than blues rock in places. And Annie sounds amazing.
Yes, she does.
It's well played. It's competently, executed. It's 5 minutes long. Could be a little shorter.
Could be, but if it were a little shorter, the record would be too short. It's only 38 minutes.
41 here on the.
You're looking at the
77. You're right. Sorry, you're right. 38. That's true.
I'm not even gonna say it.
No, I mean, it's trimmed down by a second on the 78 release, so that's fine. You're right. Okay, moving on.
You know what I'm thinking.
I already know what you're thinking of.
Devil's Delight. Would you believe I listened to this record twice today? Like, literally, I listened to it when I got home, cleaning records, talking to the kid, made some frozen pizza pies, had dinner with the family, listened to the record again. I assume this song happened, and I assume it's on the record. This thing is so forgettable. This whole record is faceless to me, except for one song. Sorry.
Done.
It's the best song on the fucking album. It's like, I mean, it's like a fucking jam, dude. It's like so good. Like, I mean, it's kind of grungy, metal-y sounding. It's got that awesome change right there in the bridge.
Is this the one where she squeals? There's like one song on this album where there's a great scream. Okay.
Yeah,
I like that scream.
Nick just stole my thunder entirely, but that's fine. Go ahead.
Seriously, lyrically, it's like it is one of their strongest songs, I think. And fucking Anne just rips it on this song. I would have liked to have an album of this, but and of course,
if I was producing this and I heard the demos, I'd be like, make 8 of these.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I don't know. I thought it was the best song on the album, to be honest.
You're not, I mean, arguably, yes. I think on one hand, this is what they were fighting against. We're not Zeppelin clones. This song could be Black Dog too. Like, yes and no, right? It's not quite riffy, but it's like basically a Zeppelin 1 and 2 redo.
Yeah. Holy fuck. I just realized something. It's Fever Dog.
It is Fever Dog, completely Fever Dog.
Holy shit!
Literally, the beat.
Is it scratching at your back door?
Scratching at the back door.
Yes.
Shut up, Don.
So you do. So anyway, Devil Delight does have the. I don't want to overdo the buzzer. We don't know how loud it is till we listen back to this. We should have practiced this first. Anyway,
I didn't know we could do it.
I'm going to pretend no one said anything. Devil Delight has the incredible last minute and a half of Anne just wailing. I'm sure 1,000 metal singers, maybe even Halford, copied this shit to just do the upper register. Devil! Like, I can't even do justice to it. Oh, looks like another cat check.
Good God, Nick.
Leia?
Does he have he's got a fucking box that he just keeps pulling cats out of. It's
He's
like never ending.
Top of cat owners. And another.
No,
this a cat for you and a cat for you. Everybody
you get a cat and you get a cat and you get a cat.
This is Goose again. There is a fourth one in here, but I can't get him to come close enough.
The fucking door closed, man. Come on. We've been hearing this for fucking 3-4 years. Close the door. Get a knob.
I need to fix the knob again. And I haven't done that.
I need to fix the knob again.
You need to fix the
shirt
knob
titles
again.
For Glacially Musical Podcast. I need to fix the knob again. Is that what you call it? All right. Devil Delight is to me a very good song. Again, they're fighting against themselves. Are we this? Are we that? Are we this? Are we that? Proto heavy metal. It's pretty good.
I would imagine the label wanted them to be Led Zeppelin clones. I mean, do you think Triumph wanted to be Led Zeppelin clones?
Yes.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I do.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
It's a boot time for Nick to go on to the next track.
It's a boat.
Hey, mama.
It's a boat. Mama. It's a boat time. We do Just the Wine, Just the Wine. You know what? Anne is amazing. Nancy's pretty good. Songwriting, maybe they didn't do so great this week. But you know what? It's fine. It's okay. This album is really, really okay. For a while.
I'm sorry, but can I just pull a line from this song that is just fucking incredible? It
No,
says,
that's copyright.
no, it's, oh yeah, it is. Okay, so I can't do it. So anyway, all right. You're like a dirty demon daughter. It's fucking incredible.
Bring your daughter to the slaughter.
Let her go. Let her go.
God,
Let her go.
that song is so amazing. I mean, just such amazing feelings in that song and metaphors.
Okie dokie. We suddenly turned into an Iron Maiden series we did already.
On a really shit record.
For sure. You know, even with that lyric, I didn't like this song. I think this song is the back to the folk stuff and it's pretty lame. I think the sequence of the 78 official release is better. The original sequence was soft, but like they didn't really have a whole record here anyway, and that's I think the moral of the story, but okay. And now for the song I can't wait to talk about. Nick.
I defer my time to Keefy.
Really? Shit. I mean, Don.
Are we talking about Without You or just the wine?
I mean, is there more to say about just the wine?
We just did just the wine.
Okay,
There's nothing more to say. I didn't say anything about just the wine other than the
thought
fact
you
that
did.
it was,
Then you
Well, that was your
said
thing. That was
then
your
you
thing.
said enough. Then
When
you said
spoke,
enough.
That was your
I was
thing.
just gonna say I had nothing to say about it.
Okay.
So,
We'll talk about this next one that I didn't talk about. Pick it up.
Okay.
Pick up my
I
slack.
guess I'm picking up the slack unless Don is. Go ahead, Don.
Without You, seriously, like someone like they went there. Like it was a terrible song. I hated hearing it covered. I hated hearing the original. I mean, I don't want to live if living is without you. Like somebody just piss in my face right now.
Oh, we're talking about pain or pleasure. What are we talking about here? dude?
Wow.
Well, it depends on what you ate. And if you've had a lot of acidic foods, it's probably going to burn. But, you know,
Don's the kind of guy who gets his face pissed in, and he's like,
Okay.
honey,
could
you,
have done.
you should get checked out. Very sweet. You might have the beatus. Piss Drinkers Monthly, coming soon from the makers of Glacially.
Piss drinkers and hell raisers.
Welcome to the Pistry Podcast.
The history. That would be amazing. Oh my god. The history of urine in an
Drinking.
hour at a
The
time.
history of
Dripped
drinking
out an hour at a
urine.
time. I mean, listen. I was a poet and I didn't know it.
And your urine shows it because it's a Longfellow.
Urine
Well,
for sloppy
Oh my
seconds
god.
at the
Okay,
gangbang.
you know what? The Glacier Musical Podcast is over. The Pistery Podcast. Long live the Pistery Podcast.
Long live the
color.
Pistry.
The flag's gonna be yellow next week with just a drip, drip, drip. We'll change to yellow and black. We'll probably get 1 million subs in a day.
Oh, it's gonna be like a. It's gonna
Be
be like a
featured
big
on the
leaky
homepage
dick.
of Spotify. Daniel X says I listen to the Pistery podcast too.
Oh, Jesus Christ, superstar.
And then John Astronomy will be knocking on our door to represent us.
Oh well, fuck that. Anyway, I quit.
Yeah, I did better than the Vinnie Vincent guy, and I didn't even get
That's
the
true.
Vinnie news.
Yeah. Oh well, we don't need any.
Not gonna.
So Without You, originally written and recorded by Half a Badfinger, the British sort of proteges of the Beatles record label, not the Beatles themselves because they're smarter than that. Although George Harrison did half produce one of their records once, and members of Badfinger did play on George Harrison and Ringo and Paul records. And Imagine randomly, the song Imagine, holy shit. But they thought it would be a hit. It wasn't. Nilsson came in and covered it. One is the loneliest number. That guy.
That is the greatest song you will ever see at the Planetarium Laser Light Show.
That's cool. That is the greatest song, half covered by Mastodon on Mastodon's covers and throwaway record. Anyway,
Ozzy didn't do it on his album. His
Thank
covers
God.
record.
I don't want it.
Thank
So,
God.
I don't want any of that covers record.
so okay, it's a huge hit song for Nilsson. Nilsson came in and told him he was doing it and got Gary Wright, Dreamweaver, to play piano on it, which is why his version is good.
I love you, Dream Woman.
I love you, Dream Woman. I love you, Goth. Originally, this was going to be the second song on the album. How little confidence do you have to have in your million-selling band that a cover of a cover of a cover
Of crap.
is this of not the greatest rockin' song of all time.
It's
the
written by
second song.
Ham.
Well, that's the guy Peter Ham, yes, and
Yeah,
yes,
Peter.
anyway.
It's that's Spider Pig. That's Peter Porker right there.
Peter
Spider-Man.
Porker. That's gonna be my
Is that
porn
John
name.
Mulaney's Mulaney, whatever is it? That's the same voice as also from anyway, I don't know, the Netflix show with the hormone monsters. Anyway,
I love that show.
I know.
Big Mouth.
Big Mouth, thank you. So without you, why hit fishing? Why is it on here? It wasn't a hit for Heart, by the way. They don't acknowledge it.
No, they do hits with songs that they write that are good.
Well, I mean, like, there's a lot of covers on here, but like, does it need to be like
too many covers?
True that. So
let me flip the record.
Flip the record. Continue.
Magazines, track 5, side B. My God, this song is about 4 minutes longer than it needs to be. But it's a really tight 2-minute song. 6 minute, I don't need it.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of suffers from the same thing that the last one suffered. It's pulling on that folk thing, the folk strings of the 70s, the mid to late 70s, kind of neutered, knowing what we know about Heart and what they can do when they really just fucking just let it go and just like rip and shred. Like, to me, I can't help but wonder if this is kind of record company driven, producer, you know what I mean? Like, come on, you guys gotta, give some, lose it in the back of your car type songs, They just don't feel natural. They just don't feel natural to me. I don't know why.
That's a really good point. It sounds hit fishy. It sounds pressured.
And the thing is that it's probably better than most. Like, I think that my expectations of Heart, though, and just what I'm a fan of, like, this just doesn't meet it.
No, if you're thinking of like Magic Man, Barracuda, this isn't. It's not the same league. It's not the same league. It's not the same ballpark. It ain't the same fucking sport.
No, not at all.
So rather than talk about this super lame mid track that is the title track, let's talk about the album cover. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is a seesaw and a heart and a music note flying in the air have to do with this fucking record at all?
You left out the iceberg.
There's a fucking iceberg.
There's an iceberg
next to a green field. So is it Greenland? What is this fucking thing?
The iceberg. Wow, wait, hang on.
Why is it magazine?
Is on a lake next to a meadow.
Next to green mountains.
There's
which
no
doesn't
mountains.
exist anywhere in the world except maybe Iceland.
And then it's got like some mushrooms on the ground over here to the left.
That's fair.
But
a little to the right, some to the right, some to the right.
Was this a hypnosis?
No,
this was a
Lauren Salazar cover. Did this. I don't know their work.
Okay.
But so let's ask a question. Like, well, let's just look at it hold it up for a second, Nick.
Here is the record
is
cover.
The music note flying down or flying off?
It looks like
I'm going down. I'm going down.
And it's going to throw the heart away.
Yeah. It's going
the band
down.
It's
going down to the sa, and the sa is going to go sup.
Because Heart will rise
and catapult into the stratosphere.
What the fuck does this have to do with the title or any of the songs on the album?
Wait, so
what does any album cover have to do with the title?
You're saying none of this represents magazines and periodicals and microfiche,
or a machine gun or other things you could call a magazine? Not this.
Didn't even consider machine guns. I didn't know you were so fucking violent.
I'm not, but a clip from a gun, a magazine.
I know.
You load a stapler in the magazine. Not no words.
Whoo, stapler magazine. You're gonna go pew, 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 pew.
Stapler magazine.
I'm getting very angry, and I'm gonna come to St. Louis and get a staple gun, like an air-powered staple magazine.
Hey, I have friends that are strong. I'm not, but I have friends that are.
Skip magazine, 6 minutes and 19 seconds of skip. Next.
Yeah.
Is that short enough for you?
Yeah. Here's where it gets better though. Next is Here Song, which is only 90 seconds of skip. Don?
Yeah, that's definitely a bathroom track. I mean, like,
There's
but
not
actually,
enough time to go to the bathroom.
well, no, man, because my
Not if
shits
you
are
X-lax.
epic.
Not if you took an X-lax because you got way too much General So in your stomach. You got to get rid of.
Look,
So
dude, I
hear.
ate 3 bowls of bran flakes this morning. I'm surprised I'm
What the
actually
hell is
still.
wrong with you?
I'm actually surprised I'm still on the planet.
Don's gonna
Like-
launch into space, asshole first.
Like I could have Katy Perry'd that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
this-
please.
oh my
Like
God,
firework or what?
space is the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
Okay. Keefy, do you have anything to say on these 94 seconds of forgettable badness?
It's just enough time to take a leak and wash my hands.
Wow,
You pee
don't-
fast,
You,
man.
don't- you
Not really,
straight
no.
up you straight up don't do happy birthday. Okay.
I do
Moving on
enter
to
salmon,
what?
exit light, enter night, take my hand off the Never Never Land. Dry.
You're
Oh, I
supposed to
always
happy
do.
birthday. It's happy
Shake
birthday.
and dry.
I always do. Let me help you out of the chair. Let me touch you. Let me feel. And then I rinse, and then I'm good. You know, so
Do you hear voices when you do that?
always, man.
Alrighty, let's get to the greatest 5 minutes and 42 seconds on this song. Actually, I'm sorry, the greatest 90 seconds couched in 5 minutes 42 on this record. So, they do You Shook Me, and holy fuck.
You have it backwards.
What?
You have it backwards.
What do I have backwards?
You don't have it backwards? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
No, you've got it.
I
Wait.
mean, it's so You Shook Me is in there,
Yeah.
but it's really not on the track. It's
Right.
it's a
in the
it's a
song.
Zeppelin-y nod. It's not an official song.
Yeah,
It's Mother Earth Blues.
This.
Mother Earth
They
Blues.
play
Yeah,
like
it's-
a verse and a chorus and a verse. I mean, it's like a. This is a jam. It's a live medley, and You Shook Me is in here, and they fucking
But
knock
it's
it
not
out of the park.
called You Shook
I
Me.
don't care what they call
First
it.
of all, it's like first of all, you're missing the whole point, which is
it's a fish song.
it isn't. It is why is the last 12 minutes of the record 2 covers? Either version. Like
that's a
fucking
sum
lame.
up stuff. That's sum up.
A cover and 2 live covers on your second record after you have a platinum debut.
Is that too many?
I think it is.
I would
Okay,
actually
okay.
say a cover and 4 live covers because there's 3 tracks in Mother Earth Blues.
Sure, whatever.
One of them
I'd be interested because I'm sure
What's
you.
the third one, genius? Tell me.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. Okay.
Let me scroll up.
It's not on the Wikipedia, so you.
Yes, it is.
It ain't.
Hang on. Yes, it is. Hang on.
You Shook Me is Willie Dixon. Memphis Slim is Mother Earth.
Let me just go to Discogs.
Sure, pal.
Yeah,
This
see, you
one.
said it was on Wiki, Nick. You're a fucking liar.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
like you,
Don, what are your thoughts on Mother
the-
Earth and You Shook Me?
On the Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, like making up shit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, you know what? Actually, there's only
I'm
2
talking
songs.
so I know I'm right. Oh, what,
No,
what was
no.
that? What was that?
Wait,
What was that?
The line is, I know I'm right because I'm talking.
But what did you just say a minute ago?
I said
Oh, I was wrong. Did you just say, "Oh, I was wrong"? Okay, so it's 6:30
Look,
p.m.
I'm
on May
surprised
the 7th,
too.
2025. Nick was wrong. Go ahead.
I'm surprised too.
Go tell your wife. You can
No.
get up from the seat.
No,
and
no,
go
no,
tell
no.
her.
She's
Hey,
not
honey,
here.
I was wrong. Finally. Sorry, you weren't right this time. Keith was. Go ahead.
anyway, so what I was gonna say was, you guys
I'm
all
going to send you a shitty ass version of this record. That's the original. That costs
don't you fucking do that, dude. Seriously, just send me
Holy
$1.
crap! It costs $9 to ship it.
You could buy 9 copies of the album, right?
And then there's
How
another
many
one.
to
that costs-
fuck it? How many to break over your knee?
Nick, just buy us each 3.
No,
You know, and
no,
like,
that
no.
would cost $75 in shipping. Apparently,
Correction.
I'm sure they'll
Next
buck
week's Chaser
bulk
will
shit.
just be smashing this record over a knee. Me setting it on fire, and then my house, and then myself. Fuck it. I don't want to live anymore on this earth.
oh
this
wait.
exists.
So next week we have to self-immolate. Shit!
Show
I
me
don't-
how committed you are. How much do you love music? Set yourself on fire.
But I have a desktop. I'd have to move the whole setup to the backyard.
That room will go up in 1 second.
And
Oh,
then
it
I'd have to
totally
sit-
would.
Honey,
I'd
save
have-
the cats.
I'd have to sit. I'd have to sit in the
Cats
fire
are-
pit.
Ow, ow, ow.
I'd have to sit in the fire pit. I mean, that
I
just
ju-
seems like a lot of work.
I just realized, like, if
That's
we
too
were,
much work to self-immolate.
if
I'm
we
not
were-
doing it.
if we were the Simpsons, Nick is the washerwoman with the cats. Ow, ow, ow. Don is Otto, obviously. Hey, dudes, get on the bus. It's time to go to school. Can't pass a drug test. And I'm this guy. I'm helping.
Which one's that
Chief
guy?
Wiggum's kid.
Wiggums.
Oh,
like,
Ralph.
Like,
Ralphie.
Ralph.
they're not measles. They're freedom freckles.
That's right.
My cat's breath smells like cat food.
It should.
Okay. Anyway, let me ask you guys this. Y'all know how covers and shit worked on albums, right? Especially back in the
Yeah.
day, right?
Well,
It
back in the
usually-
olden days, it was a favor.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it makes me wonder if something like this was a favor due to
No.
publishing. Not
No.
well, hold on. I'm not saying a favor to the artist. I'm saying that
For the writer,
usually,
yeah, I know.
usually this goes towards like a publishing credit or something.
But
And-
usually, what you would do is you would have somebody cover the artists and the writers on your label. Like if you look at Johnny Cash records from the 60s and 70s, he only writes 3 or 4 songs tops. And
Right.
then if you look at like Merle Haggard and Waylon Jennings records, same thing, man. They write a couple of songs. It's like they said in That Thing You Do. You get one cut each side, and the rest of it you're going to sing from the Playtone label. You're going to record That Thing You Do in Spanish. La cosa
well, see,
que
but
haga.
as we went into the 70s, though, things did get different because it wasn't based upon writers that were assigned to labels. That was when we started to get publishing, where like publishing was not part of a label. Publishing was its own thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if these different record labels or executives had a stake in publishing or whatever, saw that a band was doing good, they would say, all right, you know what? Cut this song because it's either not doing as good or something, or it's going to generate some sort of payback for the Coke money that they lost. So, I mean, so I'd
No,
be
there's
interested
always-
to find out if this was
always
actually
money
a
to be
choice
made.
of theirs.
Always
Like if
money
this
to be
was-
made and always Coke to be purchased. It
Okay.
doesn't buy itself.
So, Mother Earth, You Shook Me, Babe. Are we Led Zeppelin? Are we not Led Zeppelin copies? But here they are on tour doing a song made infamous live by Led Zeppelin
Yeah.
in their initial
exactly.
run. We don't know who we are or what we're doing. Mother Earth is great. They kill it. You're not wrong, Nick. You're correct. But, like, do we need this? Is this necessary
Yeah,
on this record?
I need this. On this record,
Well,
yes.
Actually, you're
I
right.
wouldn't have never made it this far on side. I would have been like, "Phew," I wouldn't have made it this far.
No.
Should have opened with this shit.
Mid is
It is a
fine.
saving grace, though. It is a
It
saving
is.
grace.
It's an amazing song.
They
You-
should have opened the second side with this.
For the record, I have this on vinyl as I showed. I believe today is the first time I ever actually listened to it.
Wow.
I know.
Do you feel $1 poorer now?
I don't remember how much this one cost. Probably about $1.
Probably about $1.
All right, let's get to the last track, and it's called "I've Got the Music in Me Live," written by someone else, and fuck it, done.
I like it. I mean,
Okay.
to me, I mean, I mean, knowing what I know about Heart up to this point, like their original material that is good is fantastic. I think that this album suffers pretty drastically from original material. So I think these two songs are kind of a blessing, to be honest. This one and Devil Delight. And I would like a 4-song EP.
This is what happens when you don't put your dick into it. When
This
you
is
just
a very bad analogy.
That was a
to
very
make for
bad
this
analogy.
I
record
apologize.
and
This
this
is
band.
very
Like,
bad
I begged
enough.
you before we did this series to mind your fucking P's and Q's and be more sensitive. Married to
Okay.
a feminist guy.
I am a feminist.
You fucking wish. Anyway, can
I do not
do
wish.
I have
Okay.
a chance to weigh in on the
Go
song?
ahead.
No,
Yes,
just
sorry.
going to Nick going to the sum up. Fuck Keith forever. Anyway, so the song is made famous by. Why is this song on here? So this song sucks. Number one, this song is made famous by Kiki D, that Kiki D, who recorded this in 71.
Mhm.
1974 is Don't Go Breaking My Heart, or 76, whatever year it was, with Elton John. So again, another thing where we're trying to capitalize on someone else's thing they did. And if we have a Kiki D song on our record as a cover, that's good for us. No, it's fucking dumb. This is a dumb choice. I don't need this. I don't need them doing a pop song to close their record when they want to be taken seriously as rockers, which they apparently didn't, because they made this record. Whether, irrespective of the fact that the next record is, above this. But okay, now I'm done. Go ahead, Nick, pontificate.
Well, I didn't want to say this is what happens when you don't put your heart into it.
That's a better pun. I like that.
It just feels cheap. So I was paraphrasing one of my favorite movies, Ping Pong.
Yeah,
I know.
I mean,
nobody else has seen it. I know. It's a movie about ping pong in Japan. But this is what
of
happened.
course it's Japanese, right? Because his records aren't enough. He has to have Japanese movies too.
Got a Japanese record in Chicago. So
I got Chinese food in Stone Mountain, so it's okay.
I got Chinese food in St. Louis the last 2 days. So what happens is, this is what happens when you have a band that, this is basically a contractual obligation album of the worst kind. They didn't write enough songs to do a record, so they put on some covers. They didn't cover enough songs to do a record, so they extended everything. None of these songs deserves to be as long as it is, except for Here Song, which is 96 seconds. This is basically a swing and a miss top to bottom, except for their cover of You Shook Me. And it's funny that Keith mentions, and it's appropriate, but his mentioning, are we a Led Zeppelin clone? Are we our own thing? What are we? When I saw them last time, they did an amazing cover of The Battle of Evermore. Reduced me to tears. So good.
Had you not heard that before?
I had not seen them play it live in front of me.
Oh, I thought you meant that was the first time you heard it. That was the first time you saw it live.
It might have been. I don't know. I can't remember everything I've done.
The single soundtrack, Nick. The Love Mongers, Battle of Evermore. That's Ann and Nancy Wilson's group.
Was it?
Yeah. It was like their side thing.
They put it out actually as an EP also in the 90s. I think before singles, actually, or maybe right after.
That's actually one of the last movies I watched at my old house.
I remember.
And lawyer wife was like, "What the fuck was that?"
No.
And I was like, "Really? Aren't you the one that would love this? You're like the grunge person."
She's getting kicked off the boat.
And she's like,
"The kid can stay and the cats can stay." Goodbye. Goodbye, lawyer wife.
She's like, "Why did we watch that?" And I'm like,
leave the island. I'm sorry, your time is done.
I'm like, the closer is in it. Kyra Sedgwick. She loved the Kyra Sedgwick cop show.
I'm sure.
That is a great movie, though.
It is.
I love.
It is not a great movie. It's
it
kind
is
of
too.
bad.
Silence, Knave.
You know what else is not good? Like, honestly,
What?
that damn movie with Rex Manning Day.
Empire Records.
Empire Records.
Shut up, Nick.
Not a good movie.
Shut up, Nick.
You never worked in a record store, clearly.
Hey, Keefy, you rock my world.
Thank you.
Okay, Say No More, Mona More.
This record is not great. I wish they hadn't made it. I don't know what to say. A lot of bands signed terrible deals in the 70s. Heartless is not a bad song. Devil Delight is not a bad song. And the covers don't make it better for me as much as I love covers, because it just highlights to me how much the rest of the record sucks. That's it. That's my word. Continue to take us home, Nicholas.
Well, I think, you know what, Keefy? I think you described this better than I ever could. The covers show how terrible this album is.
That's awesome.
It's
true.
about right. Yeah.
God,
And none
sucks.
of them were hits for the band. So, they failed twice.
So, yeah, missed. Just
swinging a
Do
miss.
these songs even get played live?
It's like when Bugs Bunny throws a slow ball to the Yankees, and they swing 3 times. That's this record.
Ouch.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to this, we still love you, though.
I'm still going to see you in a couple of months. So this is what happens when bands have to do contractual obligation albums, when bands have to make art based on business and not based on their heart and their belief and their need to express something. There is no urgency in this record. There is no belief in this record. There is a lot of, well, we did something. And that's what's unfortunate. So, quick rating on this one. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. Don?
Yeah, I was going to go like a 3.5. I'd say 3 out of 10.
Keefy doesn't let me do halves, so you can't do halves.
All right, 3 out of 10 then.
Keefy?
3.
All right. So we're pretty...
by the way, would you we really can't do a set list until next week because they were already playing the Little Queen songs in 77. And this didn't come out till 78, but let's just for shiggles. Just see in 79.
That's my new favorite word that I'm going to use way too much.
We have to use that one. Shiggles. I love that. Love it.
For shiggles.
Shiggles. Nothing in 79 yet, but let's just see really quick. If I drag this out horribly, what are you doing? No, Art 78. Help me. Help me help you, Setlist FM. Their search is terrible.
It is, because are you getting Earth, Wind, and Fire when you search heart?
Just Google search the thing. Don't Setlist FM search it. Google search it. And then it comes up on Setlist.
So here we go.
Here we go.
This is a little bit of a spoiler for the next record, but okay. And covers, by the way, in the set list. Headlining Heart December 30th, 1978 at the Seattle Center Coliseum. High Time. This must be an indoor arena, right? Because how else could they, or theater? They couldn't play
What's
outdoors.
it called?
Seattle Center Coliseum.
That's
High Time. That's on the next record. Heartless and Devil Delight 2 and 3 in the set list. Straight On. Magic Man. Love Alive. Dog and Butterfly. That's coming soon. Crazy on You. Kick It Out. Barracuda, next album. White Lightning.
Forgot
and
Silver
Wine.
Wheels.
I didn't because it's not on here. Are you
on
reading? Are you
on
reading what I'm
Seattle
reading?
the Seattle Center Coliseum, the December 31st, 78?
No, it's 30th.
Oh, okay.
Jackass,
Gotcha.
how about you shut up and let me do my job? I was mean to Nick perpetually today, and now at the end, Don, you made me be mean to you. I hope you get what you deserve. Coming next week to the TMC network, The Burning Bed with Farrah Fawcett and Ryan O'Neal. Anyway, White Lightning and Wine. Let's Spend the Night Together, Rolling Stones cover. Rock and Roll, Led Zeppelin cover. Oh, man. And
why do they do that if they don't want to be that?
And Rockin' Heaven Down. Probably the next record. Or the next one after. Fuck.
I looked up. This was
it's a good set list, but I also don't care about some of these songs.
I believe this was it was an arena that was knocked down for the current Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle, Washington, where the Seattle Kraken play.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of Kraken, did you hear the Utah?
We didn't do a hockey check. The Utah Mammoth singular, which is fucking stupid.
You know what? I say that, but my team is singular, so whatever.
Blues is a noun, not a fucking thing.
They're named after the song, the St. Louis Blues. You don't have a blue, you have the blues. It's a singular thing. It is what it is. I admit it. I live with it. Just like how you should live with the New York Rangers are not an original NHL team. But you don't.
You should also eat a dick. Take us home, Nick.
Wow. All
Every
right.
time you besmirch my sport teams, you just
I besmirched nothing. I besmirched
eat a bag of hockey puck shaped dicks.
I besmirched the lie. If you want to revel in your lies.
I don't care. No one cares.
I can't. Call me Don Quixote. Look it over there, Don. That's Sancho.
Don Quixote, bipolar disorder. Look it up. Go ahead. Take us home.
I am looking at Sancho Danza. Thank you for joining us this week on the Glacially Musical Podcast. We have been working it out and trying to get better and not hate each other.
Doesn't seem to work.
No, it doesn't work.
Continue to get my. Continue to
Fuck
fucking
the
drive
both of
me
you.
up
Fuck
a
both of y'all. Fuck you and fuck your
And
bag.
it's like, could be.
What? Whatever. It doesn't play in Peoria. Fuck this shit.